Julie is in the size 8 Discovery trouser, and we are super excited about this pant. It is just a really happening kind of look and silhouette. It's higher rise.
We have a drawstring here, which you can totally remove and put your own belt, whatever. Elastic waist, and you want it to have, like, when it sort of gathers up, when it bunches and you draw it in, that's intended. Like, we like it to have a little extra. In this instance, we want this little bit of the bunching. In fact, there's little tucks along here, so it's completely intentional.
Yeah, so it is intentionally oversized. I mean, the main area first that you're going to want to fit is the waist. So, you know, it is fitted at the waist. You have the elastic that will give you a lot of comfort and ease, but you definitely don't want to go down so much that it's going to cut, because it will start cutting you at the waist if it gets too small.
The oversized nature of the fit of this garment is only cute when it's oversized and kind of cinched in at the waist, because it has that high waist, and then you draw that in. You have the 2 snaps and the zipper, these huge oversized front pockets, and then at the bottom it's kind of like a very much of a straight leg. Now let's go down a size.
Now Julie is in the size 6, and we're not sure on video if you can see it as well as we can see it in person, but it's definitely too small. And one of the first things you see is the rise is shorter, so it's hitting her at a lower part here, and that's first of all uncomfortable, I know, but also it's what's contributing to the belt not quite sitting right, because it's not sitting where we intended. So if it were higher, it'd be flatter. It's now here on more of the kind of high hip curved part of her body.
It's kind of going above your waistband, and we want to have it sitting sort of in the middle where you see the gather above and below. And also you can see it's pulling here. It's an elastic, it's all elasticized, which is, this is the tricky thing about this, which is why we chose this trouser, because it's gonna kind of seem like, oh, this will fit because of all that elastic, but it's kind of actually pulling. You can see here it's pulling forward, and it's pulling at her waist.
Also, what we saw in the Grace trouser and what you might see in other pieces is you get a lot of drag lines in the crotch area, and that's because the rise is not sitting correctly on Julie, and the hip has gotten smaller. So while it may seem like she has room here, there is more tension and pulling, because the pant is just trying to move where you know, where it can sit more easily, but that's not necessarily where we want it to sit on Julie's body.
Yeah, the snap is pulling here at the waistband, and you can see how the fly's going a little bit to the side.
So it's just distorting the garment a little bit more because of that. And you can see that even, you know, down the leg. So you can see how it's winging out now here at the hem. And that just has to do with the fact that it's not sitting where it should here at the waist. And so it's pulling it up and hugging Julie in not quite the right way. So how does it feel?
Very uncomfortable. It is completely riding up. Like, just the elastic itself is so tight, and I have a pretty flat stomach, but if I just relax a little and show you from the side, that is not a flattering look. We do not want tight on the elastic, and you got the little pooch belly sticking out, and that is really going to show up if you're wearing the wrong size.
And did we see the back? You see how the fabric is folding in on itself. It's tension. It's fighting for a place to sit comfortably, and it doesn't have the room to spread out and fit well.
So you can see just how uncomfortable the size 6 is actually, and we just want to make sure that you know how best to fit your clients.